We're going to take a look at the news, and we're going to start with this financial call, the third quarter financial call that they had. This is always good to kind of gauge the life of the company and see how the company's doing. They give some hints and things on new projects that are coming out too. It's always pretty good to take a look. Kotick says we're doing good. Bobby Kotick, big Bobby. So finance stuff. They are doing good. It boils down to they're making profit. They're making profit over. They're not making losses. They're out of the red and they're back into the black. They've done, cuts and released new content. In our world, in the Blizzard world, they got Diablo Immortal. They got Diablo 4 coming out soon. They got Dragonflight coming out in Q4 of this year, which is incredible. Often those release dates correspond with financial deadlines. And they want to put it into quarters where they need their revenues to get a little boost. They need a little bump. And Blizzard Entertainment, we got 31 million monthly active users, which is wonderful, right? It's up from 27. Incredible. Whenever there's an increase in active users, it's really good. Sometimes they blur the lines of what a MAU is, monthly active user, but it doesn't matter. That is a good measurement to use. Let's not split hairs on that. So we're up 5 million. Out of 31 million, out of 25 million, that's up 25%. So that's a significant increase. 20%, excuse me. But let's keep it in perspective with the other pieces of Activision. So Activision includes Blizzard. It also includes Call of Duty franchise, which has 97 million. Activision Blizzard also includes King, which is Candy Crush. And if there's any people in here, listen, Candy Crush crushes, okay? I know a lot of women who spend a lot of time on Candy Crush, and they have 240 million active users. So Blizzard with 31, it's good, but in perspective with the entire company, let's focus on what's making them the major bucks, right? So this is why Blizzard kind of gets not a lot of limelight, because it is kind of the least amount of impact to the company as a whole. So keep that in perspective. 20% increase on Blizzard side, which is incredible. Let's just focus on that for now. It's good. What else we got? Blizzard tanks and solo shuffle. No plans to exclude tanks. They're treating tanks as DPS. Reading that made me want to do Prot Paladin. Prot Paladin PvP is so much fun. So I'm highly considering that. We're going to do this all the way backwards to current. There's a lot of class tweaking taking place right now. I wouldn't even worry about it until it launches, until the release candidate patch notes come out, and then you'll see what's going on with your class, specifically the one you want to look at. All these other class tunings, don't worry about it. Little stuff here and there. DPS rankings, those are going to change so dramatically, don't worry about it. Diablo Immortal. Moving on. Class tunings, same thing. Class tunings, you see this over and over and over in these notes. Hot fixes, might have something spicy in there. Just kidding, more class changes. Class changes, class changes. Mr. Pandaria time walking. Mr. Pandaria time walking is pretty good. If you don't have Panthers, this is the best time to get it because your rep gains will be increased as you're turning into eggs and things when you're farming the eggs. And Panther mounts sell on the auction house, and you need reputation for them. So time walking is a good time to get that extra reputation. World of Warcraft Classic category added to Twitch, now removed. There you go, but then you don't go. What is this? Wow, that's really cheap compared to the normal price. I don't know what all this stuff is. I don't care. Back to the news. Fun things to do in Dragonflight. Spa day. Pass. New trailer. So this is the Twitch drops that I think Alto was talking about. You definitely want to get these Twitch drops on as Alto and Quest. On the 15th to the 18th, tune into Twitch, tune into somebody with drops on. You'll get a kite toy. Kite. But the 28th through the December 1st, you do get a mount. This mount. This mount was 3,000 gold or $3,000. One of the two. I don't know. It was a TCG card, and now it's not. Now it's free. So make sure you get it. This says gift eligible channels 2 subs to Ichabod, for an Ichabod pet. Oh, you're gifting the channel 2 subs and you get a pet. That is tight. That's cool. I like that a lot. Then we got this perpetual purple firework. Cool. This is basically free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff. Let's get it. Do Twitch. Forbidden Reach is coming out in, what do we got? 2 days now. This is the Evoker. The Evoker is going to be fun. It's a ranged caster that heals. I like it. Look at all these horns. Dude. Why can't we get this kind of customization on all the characters? I just don't get it. It can't be that much development time that I don't know. Anyways, looks very cool. It's going to be fun creating this character. It's going to be fun making them and having a good time with that. Mythic Plus tuning, gonna happen. Class tuning. Mythic Plus, Divine Kiss. Cool. Transform into a mount, Dragonfly. But that does sound cool, actually. You transform into the mount, but you can't carry anyone. Yeah, I don't see a saddle on those wings. I'm still hoping that the Vial of the Sands, it's a dragon. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to use that dragon and use the upgrades for Dragonflight on them. We'll see. Dragonflight repatch hotfixes? Just kidding, more class changes. Those are real big traps, man. Engineering previews. So this is interesting. In Dragonflight, in engineering for Dragonflight, everybody's going to be able to use the wormhole generator. It's just going to be a random location that they go to. So engineers specifically, when they use the wormhole generator, will go to, they'll be able to call the location that they want to go to. So wormhole generators are historically very good items. Dragonflight, still a very good item. Even if you're not an engineer, you might want to use that generator to get to the right zone. Save yourself a Hearthstone. Pretty good. Better now than it was in the past, for sure. Here's more controller support. We've been talking about a lot of controller support today. Now you're going to be able to fish, and you don't have to click on the bobber. You're going to be able to hit an action key to pick up that fish. So that chair and that controller, we're going to do some fishing. It's a good way to just chill out and get some gains. Got a launch cinematic coming out. Should be good. 9 a.m. PST. Phase 2 update notes. This is a juicy one. This is the juicy one. So it goes into all of the Drakthir stuff. Goes into the new zone, the Forbidden Reach. Should be cool. We'll be able to play that on Tuesday. 2 days from now. The end-to-game event, the Primal Storms. We'll be able to farm that for some experience and some drops. Gonna be good. Got a dungeon popping out. You wanna do some dungeon games? Do it. Couple of class changes, things like that. The big piece, more class tunings. This stuff is important for your class. We just can't cover them all. I did cover the warrior. We're looking real good. Looking real. I'm happy with that. Plenty of changes for there. Really the bottom line, what's coming out is the pre-patch events and the new race and class. Those are big. Those are huge. And these events will give you a ton of resources and experience. So I'm going to be doing some leveling. I'm going to take a bunch of my characters from 40 all the way to 60. I'm going to get them ready. Because I think I'm going to go pretty hard on Dragonflight. We'll see. Dampening healing changes coming in pre-expansion pack. New macro for conditional known talents. This is important too. We need to understand that like SimCraft, all of the raid bots and the simming that would take place to tell us what is the best build, they've actually come out on the record and said we can't really support all the options that they put in the game now. So there's too many variables in the talent trees now for them to give you a result on which is just the hardline best DPS for your build and spec, which is good. We need agency, and we need to be able to build our own specs the way we see fit. And the fact that Blizzard added so many different talents made it so that the Sims just have a hard time keeping up, which is good. And what this does is it tells you a macro, hey, do I have this skill or do I not have this skill? And it'll result for you. So that way you're not writing macros for skills that you're specking out of and specking into over and over. It's good. That'll become more clear when we get into those talent trees and really start fine-tuning them and going for after things that we want. Class tuning, more and more. Mythic Plus tuning, more and more. Hot fixes, guess what those are? Class tuning. These legacy chapters are pretty cool. Go ahead and watch those videos. Don't sleep on those. Blizzard is known for their cinematics. Their cinematics team is always really strong. A little bit of Drakthir testing. Good deal. Got the Winds of Wisdom experience buff is expiring soon on Tuesday. So if you want to get some last minute leveling in, focus on your characters that are level 1 to 40. And, you know, you collect extra 50% experience, which is a lot. It's a lot. If I had characters that I wanted to level, this is how I'd be doing it. I'd be going through Spires of Iraq and Warlords of Draenor. I'd do a couple dungeons here and there. And you're just collecting a ton of experience. And then let them chill out, level 40. And then after Tuesday, the experience required to level after level 40 is going way down. And that's when to just focus on those characters. Class tunings, cooking, free patch hotfixes. Let's see what this is. More class tuning. They got you. They got me every time. Look at this. Oh, it's not the gladiator mount. It's the hero mount. What is this? The Gloria. Oh no, it's the Gloria the Raider. Listen, I want this battle snail. I want the battle snail. I haven't wanted a mount this bad in the very long time. Snails going to war? Made of molten? I'm in. I want it. Shellac. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, I'm excited. I am actually going to plan to try to get this thing. And then I'm going to ride it around everywhere. And Artisan's Metal. Artisan's Metal is important. Artisan's Metal is going to be the key to doing a lot of the crafting. And you're going to get it from like a weekly event, weekly quests and things. And it's going to be account bound, I believe. Big changes to passive gold making. Your mission tables in Shadowlands are going to fall off on gold making, which is fine. Good. In the expansion, they take that down every time. They nerf the gold making from the previous expansion's mission table. Because they want you to play the new stuff. They want you to play the new stuff. Look at this. Wow, that's big. That's a big character EXP difference, right, between those. And the chromie time is going all the way to 60, which is unbelievable. That means the mission tables are going to send us rewards of EXP missions up to 60. Guess who's going to do that? Probably only like 43 of my characters will level up to 60 just from mission tables. Do it. Both Army and Artisan's Medal. This is probably good information to be learning about. The Artisan's Medal is going to be important for crafting and important for gold making. So I'll probably end up going through these videos and watching this at more length when I have more time. Because I want to know all this. And this is a good summary for it. Best professions. Everybody's got their opinions on the best profession. I think what it boils down to is all of them are useful and all of them are good. So don't get hung up on which one's better than which one and which is best and which is worst. Just play what you want and have fun with it. That's it. That wraps up the news. A lot of class tuning. It's going to be a lot of tweaking, a lot of class tuning, a lot of Mythic Plus stuff until the launch, and just hang out with it. Just ride the wave and let it go. And we'll get to a point where the game will get released, and then we can get focused on really what has changed and what hasn't changed and where the classes are at. Ultimately, we got Draktyr coming out on Tuesday. We got the EXP from 40 to 60 getting really significantly reduced. So that'll be a good time to level that. And we got the expansion coming out in a couple of weeks here. Unbelievable. 2 weeks. Let's do it. Let's go.